The moment she said it, the world seemed to pause, like someone had pressed their thumb against the spinning record of the night and forced everything into a fragile, trembling silence. Her eyes didn't leave mine when she spoke, but something inside them retreated, as if she had already prepared herself for disappointment. "If you want to leave because I have 2 kids," she said quietly, and in that unfinished sentence, I could hear every goodbye she had ever been forced to accept. Before we go any further, if you believe in kindness, second chances, and stories that remind us what truly matters, take a moment to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel, The Kindness Chronicles. Your support helps keep stories like this alive. Up until that moment, everything had been unexpectedly perfect. It had started as one of those ordinary evenings that carry no promise of becoming anything memorable. The kind of evening where the sky fades lazily from gold to gray, and people move through their routines without realizing that something quietly life-changing is waiting just around the corner. I almost didn't go. I had nearly cancelled, telling myself I was too tired, too busy, too uninterested in another awkward first date that would dissolve into polite indifference by dessert. But I went anyway. She was already there when I arrived, sitting by the window with a cup of tea she hadn't touched. The restaurant was warm, softly lit, the kind of place that tried too hard to be romantic but somehow managed to feel sincere anyway. And there she was, simple, composed, yet carrying something deeper beneath the surface. Not nervous exactly, but cautious. Like someone who had learned not to expect too much from moments like this. When she smiled, it wasn't flashy or rehearsed. It was small, genuine, and slightly hesitant, as if she wasn't sure it would be returned. And for some reason, that made me smile back in a way I hadn't in a long time. The conversation started easily. Almost surprisingly so. We talked about the usual things at first: work, favorite foods, the strange unpredictability of life. But soon it drifted into something more real. She spoke about her love for quiet mornings, how she found comfort in routines, how she believed people reveal who they truly are in the smallest moments. I found myself listening more than speaking, not because I had nothing to say, but because I didn't want to interrupt the honesty in her voice. There was something unguarded about her, but not careless. It felt intentional, like she had chosen to be open despite knowing how risky that could be. Time moved quickly, almost suspiciously so, as if it didn't want to be noticed. The awkward pauses that usually haunt first dates never really came. Even the silence between us felt comfortable. That rare kind of silence that doesn't demand to be filled. I remember thinking, somewhere between the main course and dessert, that this might actually be different. And then, just when everything seemed to settle into that fragile hope, she said it. "If you want to leave because I have 2 kids." She didn't finish the sentence, but she didn't need to. It hung there between us, heavy and undeniable. I noticed the way her fingers tightened slightly around her glass, the way her shoulders subtly tensed, as if bracing for impact. This wasn't just information she was sharing. It was a test she had been forced to repeat too many times. And in that moment, I realized something that made my chest feel unexpectedly heavy. She wasn't afraid of being judged. She was used to it. The room didn't change, but it felt like it had. The soft music continued, people laughed at nearby tables, waiters moved in and out of view, but all of it faded into the background. The only thing that mattered now was what I would say next. And the truth was, I didn't immediately know. Not because her having kids was a problem. But because I suddenly understood the weight behind her words. This wasn't about logistics or responsibility or whether I liked children. This was about whether I was willing to step into a life that was already in motion. A life that came with history, with commitments, with love that had been built long before I arrived. She wasn't asking if I liked kids. She was asking if I would stay. My mind raced, not with excuses, but with questions I hadn't expected to face that night. Was I ready for something real? Not the kind of real people talk about casually, but the kind that demands patience, presence, and selflessness? The kind that doesn't wait for you to feel prepared? Because the truth is, it's easy to say you want something meaningful. It's much harder when it arrives in a form you didn't plan for. I looked at her again, really looked this time. There was no apology in her expression, but there was vulnerability. She wasn't trying to convince me. She wasn't trying to hide anything. She was simply telling the truth and giving me the freedom to walk away. And somehow, that made it impossible to do so. I thought about the way she had listened to me earlier, how she had laughed softly at things that weren't even that funny, how her eyes seemed to carry both strength and exhaustion at the same time. This wasn't someone looking for an easy story. This was someone who had lived through enough to understand what mattered. And suddenly, the question wasn't whether I should leave. It was why I would. Because nothing about that moment felt like something I wanted to run from. So I stayed. Not in a dramatic, life-changing declaration, but in a quiet, steady way. I stayed in the conversation. I stayed in the moment. I stayed long enough to realize that what she had just revealed wasn't a complication. It was a glimpse into her strength. The rest of the night didn't try to return to what it had been before. It became something else, something deeper. There was a new honesty between us, one that couldn't be undone. We spoke about her kids. Not in detail, but enough for me to see how much they meant to her. The way her voice softened when she mentioned them, the way her eyes lit up despite everything she had likely endured, it told me more than any explanation could. And somewhere in that quiet shift, I felt something change within me too. Fear didn't disappear, but it stopped being the loudest voice in my head. Instead, there was curiosity. Hope. And something else I hadn't expected, respect. Because it takes courage to show up as you are, knowing it might cost you something. The night eventually ended, as all nights do. We stepped outside into the cool air, the city quieter now, as if it too was winding down. There was no dramatic goodbye, no promises we weren't ready to make. Just a simple moment. But sometimes, simple moments carry the most weight. As I walked away, I realized something that stayed with me long after that night. She hadn't asked me to accept her situation. She had simply refused to hide it. And in doing so, she had given me the chance to choose something real. Weeks turned into months, and that one sentence, the one that could have ended everything, became the reason something meaningful began. It wasn't always easy. There were moments of doubt, moments where the reality of what I was stepping into felt overwhelming. But there were also moments of quiet joy, of unexpected connection, of realizing that life doesn't always follow the path you imagine. And sometimes, that's where its beauty lies. I met her kids eventually. And in their laughter, in their trust, in the way they looked at her like she was their entire world, I understood something even more profound. Love doesn't arrive perfectly packaged. It arrives layered, complicated, and real, and if you're willing to stay, to listen, to grow into it, it becomes something far greater than what you thought you were looking for. Now, before this story comes to an end, if it touched your heart even a little, if it made you believe in kindness, courage, or second chances, please take a moment to like, comment, and share. It truly helps these stories reach more people who might need them. And here's a special request: before you leave, comment one line. Real love doesn't ask for perfection, it asks for presence. Because sometimes, the most important decisions in life aren't the ones we plan for. They're the ones we choose in a single, quiet moment, when someone looks at us and says something they're afraid will push us away. And we decide to stay.